In this particular session, I'll be teaching you about Power BI itself, what it does, the various elements of Power BI, and the various parts of the Power BI. And then we'll just do a cursory important data into Power BI and what we need to do. Hi, welcome to 5 Minutes in Power BI with Ebenezer Sarfo Adu. If you watched the previous sessions, we talked about why you needed to learn Power BI and also how to download Power BI. In this particular session, I'll be teaching you about Power BI itself, what it does, the various elements of Power BI, and the various parts of the Power BI. And then we'll just do a cursory important data into Power BI and what we need to do. Okay, so I'll share my screen and then we can start. All right. So Power BI. Power BI is Microsoft's analytical tool which connects different data sources to analyze the data and share through every organization. It has three parts which I've already indicated in my previous session: the Power BI desktop, the service, and the mobile app. The desktop is the place for preparation. That is where you actually develop the dashboard. That's why these tutorials will concentrate more on the desktop. I'm sure by now you've downloaded it, and if not, go and download from the previous session. The service is for viewing reports. So if I'm in an organization and maybe you've developed a nice dashboard and you want your CEO to see, he actually logs into the Power BI service and then will be able to view your report that you've done. The advantage of Power BI is the fact that the desktop actually is for development and the service is for viewing. So you have that data integrity where people cannot actually change the data sources. Then there's the mobile. The mobile is just like the service for viewing, but it's just on the hand and on the go. All right. So that is about the three main parts of the Power BI. So the flow is always, like I said, it's from the desktop into the service and then to the mobile app. So the desktop is where everything happens, where all the actions happen. So I'll go through the various parts of the desktop to help you appreciate what we are going to learn. So we have the ribbon. This is for the Power BI itself. And I must say that Power BI is the only end-to-end data analytics tool in the world currently. Most analytics tools could have just the visualization part where you visualize data and you then have an add-in to actually be able to transform the data. Any data that you actually visualize, you definitely have to transform it, because real life data would never be perfect. You would have to transform it to suit Power BI. In my next session, we are going to talk about the various stages a data analyst has to go through before you actually analyze data. So this is the ribbon part. So Power BI has two parts, and I'll show you quickly. One is the query editor for transformation and the Power BI itself for viewing the reports and doing your analysis. So this is the ribbon part. So all these parts are the ribbon. There are three tabs here. One is for report, one is for data view, one is for relationship, and there's a pages view, there's a visualization pane, and there's a fields pane. So, and like I said, this is the query editor. It's also part of the Power BI, and you see it as we go into the desktop. There's the query ribbon, which is labeled 1. The 2 is the left pane, the center pane, and the query settings pane. We are hoping that at the end of the day, we'll be able to design very nice dashboards like this. Won't you be happy? All right, so let's quickly go back and then look at the desktop itself. So this is the desktop. So normally what you just downloaded, this is what you see. You see the fields that I just showed you. The ribbon is here, the data view, the report view, the data view, and the model view, which used to be the relationship. And this is the page tab. You could add new pages to add to your report. And then you can't see the query editor from here, but when we try to actually start getting data, you realize that we would be able to go to the query editor. Let me delete these two pages. So let me just go to get data. In my subsequent videos, we are going to learn how to get data from various sources. So I'll just pick an Excel sheet that I'm probably used to, which is the financial sample. And this is just for demonstration purpose. I'm just want you to see the query editor. Anytime you come here, you always transform your data. So this is the query editor. Once you get data, it opens you up to the query editor. Once I close and apply, my fields pane would pop up with the new data set that I just imported. All right. But normally what you get is that without any data in there, I'm deleting this just to show you what you get when you load data. Without loading data. So without any data, you have these tabs. And that is what you get normally when you start. All right. If you have any questions, kindly send them to services@eurekabi.com and I would answer them in subsequent videos.